Have you ever wondered if the world you see is the real asterisk world, or is it just a version of reality, meticulously crafted and edited by your own mind? Welcome to Deaf Mind, where we dive deep into the hidden forces that shape your thoughts, choices, and identity. Today, we're exploring a profound question. How does your mind shape the reality you experience? Imagine your mind as a filmmaker. It's not just passively recording what happens. It's an active director, choosing which scenes to focus on, which to cut, and how to frame every single shot. This process happens through three powerful tools: filters, biases, and interpretations. What you perceive isn't raw, objective data. It's a story, and you are both the storyteller and the main character. Let's start with the first tool, filters. Your brain is bombarded with millions of bits of information every second. To prevent a complete system overload, it has a built-in response filter, often called the reticular activating system, or RAS. This filter decides what's important enough to reach your conscious awareness. Have you ever bought a new car and suddenly started seeing that same model everywhere? It's not that there are more of them on the road. It's that you've told your brain, this is important now, and your filter has been updated. This selective attention means we live in a world of our own making, curated by our interests, fears, and goals. We literally don't see things that our brain deems irrelevant, even if they are right in front of us. This is why two people can witness the same event and recall completely different details. They weren't just paying attention to different things. Their brains were filtering reality in entirely different ways. Now, let's talk about the second and perhaps more deceptive tool: cognitive bias. These are the systematic errors in thinking that act like a warped lens on our camera. They are mental shortcuts or heuristics that help us make quick decisions, but they often lead us to misinterpret information and make irrational judgments. One of the most common is confirmation bias. This is our tendency to favor information that confirms our existing beliefs. If you believe people from a certain city are rude, you'll notice every rude person from that city and ignore all the polite ones. Your mind isn't seeking truth. It's seeking comfort and validation for what it already thinks it knows. It's like a director who only hires actors that fit a preconceived notion of the character, reinforcing a stereotype rather than exploring a nuanced reality. Another powerful bias is the negativity bias. Our brains are hardwired to pay more attention to negative experiences than positive ones. This was a useful survival mechanism for our ancestors. It's better to mistake a stick for a snake 100 times than to mistake a snake for a stick just once. But in our modern world, this bias can trap us in cycles of anxiety and pessimism, making us feel like the world is a much darker place than it actually is. It's the director who focuses on the one critical review and ignores 100 glowing ones. Finally, we arrive at the third and most personal tool, interpretation. Once information passes through our filters and is warped by our biases, we have to give it meaning. This is where our unique life story, our memories, our culture, our traumas, and our triumphs comes into play. An event itself has no inherent meaning. A rainstorm can be a romantic backdrop for one person, a devastating flood for another, and a welcome relief for a farmer. The event is neutral. Our interpretation is what gives it emotional weight and significance. Think of a simple comment like, "You look different today." Someone with high self-esteem might interpret it as, "You look great," while someone with deep insecurities might hear, "Something is wrong with you." The words are the same, but the reality created in each person's mind is dramatically different. This process of interpretation is the final edit of our personal movie. It's where we add the soundtrack, the color grading, and the internal monologue that defines our experience. Our past experiences create a script, and we often find ourselves reading from it unconsciously, casting new people and events into old, familiar roles. So, if our reality is so subjective, are we just trapped in our own mental prisons? Not at all. The first step to freedom is awareness. By understanding these mechanisms, the filters, the biases, the interpretations, we can begin to question them. We can become conscious of our filmmaking process. Ask yourself, why am I focusing on this? Is my confirmation bias at play? Is there another way to interpret this situation? This is the heart of mindfulness and cognitive behavioral therapy. It's about learning to observe your thoughts without immediately accepting them as fact. It's about becoming a more discerning director of your own mind. You can consciously choose to widen your filter, to actively seek out information that challenges your beliefs. You can practice gratitude to counteract the negativity bias, deliberately focusing on the good in your life. You can learn to pause before you interpret, considering alternative explanations for events. Instead of defaulting to your old script, the world out there might be objective, but the world we experience is a deeply personal creation. It's a collaboration between external events and the internal architecture of our minds. Recognizing this doesn't detach us from reality. It empowers us to engage with it more consciously, more compassionately, and more creatively. You are not a passive audience member watching a pre-recorded film. You are the director, with the power to reframe the shot, change the script, and ultimately shape the story of your life. The journey isn't about finding an objective reality free from all perception, but about crafting a perception that is more aligned with wisdom, growth, and well-being. By understanding the mind's machinery, you gain the ability to build a more beautiful inner world, which inevitably shapes the world you see around you. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the mind. If this exploration resonated with you, please consider liking this video and subscribing to DepMind for more journeys into psychology, philosophy, and the soul. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, be mindful of the story you're telling yourself.